So again, good morning everyone for the second topic for ethics class. The lesson for today would be man as a moral agent. So same as the first one. Before playing this video, this link, you must download the PDF file first so that you would see the detailed discussion on the topic. So much more than that, man as a moral agent introduction. A moral agent is a person who is capable of making a moral judgment and acting accordingly. So this means that they are able to understand the difference between right and wrong. They are able to choose to do what they believe is right, even when it is difficult. So me, and all others who is believing what they have been into themselves. So you are a moral agent. I am a moral agent. We are a moral agent. So the exemption to that would be if you are a lunatic, ba? If you are uh, uh, incapable of understanding and processing what is right and wrong, di ba? Or if you are clinically insane. So there are key characteristics of moral agent. So what are those? First is rationality. This means that you or me is has its own rationality, which means that we as moral agents are able to reason about moral issues and make a sound judgment. So maybe we have different moral issues and we have different judgments on ourselves, but we are to also incorporate this, integrate this to other topic and issues to make a sound judgment of our moral decision. Number two, for the key characteristic would be free will. Moral agents or us have the freedom to choose their actions, no? And we are to not simply determined by the circumstances. If the circumstances says no or yes, allowable or not, we also have to further analyze. So we do not just give in to the mere uh, signage that is in front of us. No, maybe the door is closed in a certain office, but in reality, someone is inside. So we do not just give up. No, if nakabutang lang lugar sa atong tortahan nga close, ba gisugo ka to go to a certain place, nya close may nakabutang, so doesn't mean nga close gid siya. It may be close pero naitaw sa sulod. So what we do is we investigate, we clarify things, di ba? Kung tinuod ba gyud nga sirado siya, kung sirado gyud siya tinuod pero naitaw sa sulod, then we knock. So that is our free will. So not merely having the circumstances nga bluntly nga nakabutang, di ba? The third one would be autonomy, no? We as moral agents are self-governing and not controlled by others. If you have not practiced your autonomy, then you are controlled by whom? Your parents, no? Or by someone, di ba? Katong for example katong kang kuan, tong Haring Agila, di ba? Katong sa Davao. Haring Agila ba to? Di ba? Or kang Kibuloy, di ba? So we are not practicing our autonomy if we are governed by others, not by ourselves. We are controlled by others and not by ourselves. So better you practice your autonomy because you are a moral agent. The fourth one would be characteristic of a moral agent. If we are accountable, no? We as moral agents are responsible for our actions and can be held accountable for them. So kita, kung kuan ba ta, accountable ba ta sa ato ang actions. If you decided to steal, 'di ba, kung mangawat ta, accountable ba ta? Mangawat ta nya dili ka magpapriso, dili ka magpadakop, then you are not accountable for your what you are doing, 'di ba? So we as a moral agent, one of our character is accountability. You you are responsible for your actions, right or wrong. If you are rightfully responsible for a certain good job, then you are ought to be celebrated, 'di ba? Appreciate. Then if you have done wrong, you are accountable for that. Kung mangawat ka, di magpapriso ka. Kaya nangawat man ka, nakabangga ka, nakaligis ka. Accountable for ka sa imuhang gibuhat. So, some examples of moral agency would be, there are many examples manggo, di ba? The moral agency in everyday life na. For example, a person returns to a lost wallet to its owner in acting as a moral agent. So, unsa man na siya? Sa Tagalog pagkapuri-puri, di ba? You have returned a lost wallet because as a moral agent, you are responsible, you are rational, no? What would the owner feel? Huh? You put yourselves into the shoes of others, no? If you have lost a big amount of money, ba? So you would know how it feels, how bad it feels to lost something, 'di ba? And again, 'di ba? So katong another example of moral agency would be a person who stands up for what they believe in, na? Even it's unpopular, 'di ba? Maybe because of peer pressure, na? In your in your locality, 'di ba? Ang peer pressure, 'di ba? If when everyone is doing and you are unable to accept it because you are different, you have your principle, 'di ba? Unjust doings are not your doings, 'di ba? So you stand up for your principles. If you believe that or not, then go ahead, no? So the person is willing to risk the reputation or safety in order to do what they believe is right. Bahalag ibuli kanila for not joining them to do something which is not good, 'di ba? So you are a moral agent. So the one you're doing is the moral agency. Being different from others because it is something that you believe in. Something unpopular doing by the public, doings by the public or the majority. So you stand up for what you believe in. So moreover, the importance of moral agency is it allows us to live a moral life. It allows us to make decisions that are based on our own understanding of what is right and wrong. So it allows us to hold ourselves accountable for our actions. So whatever we do, wrong or right, we are responsible for them because it is something that you are something believing, 'di ba? We are expect to do what we think is right and we are expected to not do what is wrong. So, nana siya. So, the development of moral agency is not something that we are born with. It is something that we experience. It is something that is being explained by our parents, di ba? Kay naatay mga gabuhaton nga na-learn na through our as we grow, di ba? So the ones who are teaching them are our parents at home. When we started little, di ba? Mga gagagmay pa ta. Ang uban pod ana dili sa parents mo natunan dadto sa imuhang teacher. Oh, way back in your kindergarten, elementary, no, the part of life where much of our principles, no, are being shaped, molds ato, 'di ba? As you can remember, ages 6 to 9 is where our most developmental reasoning is being taught, ba? So, integration na. Much more than that, socialization is the process of learning norms, values in our society. So, this process begins in early childhood as we learn from our parents, teachers, and role models. So, the age bracket for that is 6 years old up to 9. So, where the absorption of reasoning, intellect, norms, values in our society. Majority gid na ana nga ah asa na siya? Learning years. So much more than that, our education also play a role in the development of moral agency. Because without education, we would be uninformed of what is morally right, morally wrong, morality, how we develop ourselves, how we understand and process right and wrong, how we act out as an individual in the society, ba? To be sociable or not, ba? Moreover, the personal reflection is also the process of examining our own values and beliefs, no? So our personal reflection our, of ourselves, of the events that been happening around us. So if we ourselves are able to process that a certain uh happening in our lives is negative, then we as a person we reflect also to the beliefs that we have, to the values. For example, if your personal reflection, you grew up in a an area where violence is really rampant, then we go back to our values and beliefs. What have you understood, learned by your parents, from your teachers, from your relatives, from your uncles, aunties, di ba? Ilan namin kita, ba? So this process can help us to develop our own moral compass. Ano man ang moral compass, sir? If we are able to direct ourselves to sa goodness, to ta sa bad things, dito ta nga direction mo paingon. So our moral compass will be automatically activated, di ba? When they are saying go to that bad road, then you as a moral person will think of go back to the very basic, to the good norms, good values of our learning from our parents, teachers, our relatives, our uncles and aunties, lolas and lolos. Uh, So in conclusion with our topic, which is man as a moral agent, yes, moral agency is a complex issue that has been debated by philosophers for centuries. However, there is no doubt that the moral agency is important for living a moral life, because living in a moral life is doing what is essential values, culture. No? By understanding the concept of moral agency, we can better understand ourselves and our place in the world to contribute to the totality of ba? Humanity. So that is all about for our topic, man as a moral agent for the ethics class. So again, your oral recitation will serve as your quiz. So comment down below what is your moral agency. Uh, Are we a moral agent? Except if you're lunatic. Uh, So that is all. We'll see each other again next week or another topic, recorded discussion. Okay.